Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I saw. I never thought he got in a rhythm. I don't know if the long innings early on had something to do with it. Um, he just never had consistency in his stuff today, and we got that's what you have to be successful.
He gave up 3 home runs again. A lot of home runs last game as
Yeah.
well. How alarming is that, or do you just look at it as another just rough start?
I just look at it as a rough start, and we got to iron it out. We'll get it ironed out. We know what he's capable of doing. He's had a couple rough starts in a row.
Does everything check out okay
Yeah,
physically?
I mean, physically he's fine. So it's just he had a hard time getting in rhythm today.
Knowing what he can do on the mound, when you get that lead early, are you thinking this is going to be a pretty?
Yeah, I mean, you're hoping that he can get deep into the game and maybe get your bullpen a day off so you're prepared for tomorrow. But it just didn't happen today, and our guys responded well. Tex had a huge hit. It's a hustle play by Girardi that gets him safe. Tex has a huge hit, and then Chase tacks on.
Think about the situation with Oberholzer.
Well, I think it's a kid getting frustrated. I definitely think he threw at Alex, and you don't want to see that, but we've seen it before, and you just move on.
Did you see anything from Tanaka that, I mean, with your eyes, that tells you that he's healthy and says nothing to do with it?
Well, I mean, he threw up to 93, 94 today. I mean, there's nothing that tells me he's not healthy. He's just his stuff wasn't sharp today, and that's something that we have to get corrected.
Did he throw less fastballs than usual?
He threw a few more cut fastballs today than he has in the past, and probably some of it had to do with their right-handed hitters.
When you jump out to a 6-0 lead like that, what's the feeling on the bench when they tie it up?
Well, I mean, it's you got to go back to work. I mean, it's the bottom line, and I think our guys did that. You get some important outs from Mitchell and Shreve, and gives us a chance to take the lead, and that's what we did in the 8th, and we made it hold up. We know they're explosive. I mean, this team is leading the American League in home runs, and they did what they did, and we kind of did what we do.
Joe, as that challenge is going on, you like your chances the longer it goes.
Yeah, and obviously you call your guy and find out what his thoughts are, and just didn't seem like there was enough to overturn it.
So after the ejection, you guys didn't get warned, did you?
Yeah, they did.
They did issue.
They did. He didn't really point, but they came over.
Did you have a problem with that in the past? That's been.
Well, I asked about it, but they just said with what happened, we're just going to give the warning. We're trying to, keep things from escalating, and it's not what you want because you don't want your pitchers to worry about if I hit someone, am I going to be ejected? But it's the way that baseball has moved now.
The fact that he ejected Overholter made you.
Yeah, I mean, he paid the penalty, so.
Mitchell's not used to really pitching out of the bullpen like that. Do you feel like he's adjusting pretty well?
I think he's done a pretty good job. I was pleased again with what he did today. So his last 2 outings have been really good, and we'll try to build on that.
Joe, as soon as he jumps out of the dugout there, are you worried it's going to escalate?
Well, that's why I try to get in front, and I know that's not much of a blockade, but I just tried to keep it from it because we don't want to get guys tossed, and you don't want to lose players, and you take care of it by playing the game.
Are you worried about Tanaka right now?
No, because the stuff is there. I mean, we've seen it. He's just had a couple of rough outings, and we got to get it right. The first 3 outings he had, we were saying his stuff was as good as it had been. So he's had a couple of rough ones. It's hard to put my finger on it, but we'll figure it out.
He hasn't had 2 starts in a row like this since he's been here for you.
Well, he hasn't been here that long. I mean, that's the thing. It's a pretty small sample size.
So you guys have a 6 months rotation now, so you're not going to skip the Tanaka, no?
No.
That was very conservative.
Good. So he's got another day tomorrow. We'll see how that goes. And well, he ran really good today, so we were pleased.
Was it only natural for the health questions to keep coming
Oh,
up?
I'm sure I'll be asked the rest of my life.
The logical question, though, right?
Well, no, I'm not saying they're not logical, but I think, if you see a guy throwing 93, 94, and he's not holding his arm, you feel pretty good about his health. And we've seen what happens to guys when something happens. They grab it.
What are the biggest difference you've seen in those first 3 starts to these 2?
I think the location, just his location.